Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Out of the gun is Minshew. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Akers, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Sam Sloman is on. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Giants, nothing.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So here are the Giants under head coach Joe Judge. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple.
Brought down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a toss right to Barkley. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Bridgewater. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the Giants send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 66 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Minshew sets to throw. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
They'll take over.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So here are the Rams to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. This one caught by Davis. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Minshew's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 88 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
At the 36-yard line.
Now it's Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
At their own 32-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 43-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Rams 6, Giants nothing.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now Minshew. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by Julian.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
throwing on 2nd down. Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete. A 3rd field goal in the first half. Not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0.
Giants nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Punter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater, catch made by Slayton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
He was brought down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
That's good.
And he will have a Giants 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
At the 12-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score. I
like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Just following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll drop to throw.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Minshew's
a gain of 6 there on first.
Parkinson.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. It'll be Minshew again. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
And a Rams first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 44-yard attempt.
kick is good.
Is good.
And that will push the lead up to 12-7.
Giants 7.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive.
And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end. On second down, Bridgewater again. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Minshew's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. CeeDee Lamb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Play fake. Bridgewater.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To Barkley on the check down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They'll start with the option. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Bridgewater set.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
At their own 40-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Minshew's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Minshew sets to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Welch. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. They will find Davis. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 37-yard line.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun is Minshew, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
51 yardage down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Rams 22, Giants 7.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Bridgewater. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Bridgewater's
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Two-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here again comes Gardner Minshew.
He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson.
And now it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
an 8-yard pickup.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again here with Akers. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Now Minshew. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Minshew. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. CD Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the lead will grow by 1 more. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants going to take over again on offense.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He dumps it off to Barkley.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Bridgewater now. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
That's taken in by Higgins.
Harris's pass.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Harris. Got a man, Slayton.
That's good.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. From the gun, Harris. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That keeps the score Rams 29.
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Justin.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And 9 yards to go.
Minshew throwing on third down.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
Minshew's back.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now Harris, off play action. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Harris on first down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Harris able to find Higgins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
To throw is Harris. To throw on 2nd down.
That's another New York.
And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Here's Harris. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
two-point conversion attempt still to come. Harris now operating from the gun. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Rams.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's...
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Harris finds his tight end Ingram. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. That's complete to Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Now Harris on 1st and 10. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Harris looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's good.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 16.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. That catch good for only a couple.
Barkley. A gain of 2. Brings up
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, Harris.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Going right back to Akers.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Minshew down to a knee, victory formation, and that should be just about it.
today's...
But Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Rams, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7.